are down here back at it after the fun bit of bloopers we had last evening. Yeah, so much fun making those bloopers with the leaks and all that craziness. Yeah, well, like I was saying last night, to be continued. Right now I'm having all sorts of crazy problems, puncture problems with today. I tried making another video and I ended up just scrapping it because it wasn't even worth posting it as a blooper. Having problems with the handle piercer now. It's pretty old. It's original on the Pistelle, and it's not consistently puncturing the cartridges very well. I had one was just making a small hole, and then wouldn't even put off enough pressure to activate the bolt. It was just leaking out everywhere. So managed to work my way through that, and then only had a problem with the Umerix 2x 12 gram, only puncturing one out of the two cartridges. So my power numbers were way in the toilet. So I figured, you know what, I'm gonna have to look at that and figure out a fix. Honestly, got a little frustrated by that, so I took the car stock off of it, and I'm gonna go ahead and put 1100 psi HPA, and we'll try this new barrel and this Reaper suppressor with the HPA instead. I just reworked the Pistelle X-68 Stormtrooper with the MCS 686, 686 barrel, threaded 11.5-inch barrel with the 6-inch Reaper suppressor on it. So we'll be testing that out right now. I'm going to start off testing it out with the something that the closest bore sized ammunition I have to the 686 would be the 685 8-gram AR Tactical Joules. So the first two magazines, or the first 12 rounds we're going to run through this barrel are going to be the 8-gram Joules at 685. Okay, so that should hopefully, I mean, that's as close as I got for as far as sizing it to the bore. If I still have enough air left in the tank capacity, I have 8 rounds in an extended mag of the AR Tactical 10-gram, what they're calling their 10-gram Joules, which is actually, they measure out to about, or they weigh out, I should say, to about 9.9 grams at about the highest, about 9.9. Some are a little less than that, so yeah, so we're going to spin on. This tank's full here. It's got just about 3,000 psi. We're at the capacity, 1100 output tank. I'm going to spin this on, and we're going to see how these 8-gram Joules do in this new barrel. Okay, make sure that's good and tight. Good and tight. See how this feels. Yeah, it's a little long with that expansion chamber on there, and I ended up swapping out what I was using, which was a modified ASA that I picked up when I got the Pistelle from Mercury Rise. I had drilled some holes in it and stuff, but I think this one from MCS is going to flow better, so I ended up swapping that out for the MCS ASA. And it with this small little expansion chamber. I mean, it's a tiny little thing. It doesn't really do much, but I figured, hey, let me try it on here. I mean, this was actually marketed for the X-68, so I had it on earlier on the in a couple of videos on the in the Intrabuster Generation 2, but I took it off there and pretty much restored that marker back to stock, and I'm going to run it on here for now and see how it goes. See how it goes. All right, so let's air it up first, and hopefully I don't have any leaks, because I did have to reconfigure things. And I'm going to use this because it's a little oily. All right, let's see here. All right. These are still kind of tough to operate. The ones, the slide checks on the bottles that are built in, they seem to work better. They're a little larger to get your hands on, and they have like a rough pattern to them that kind of facilitates easier operation. With these here for MCS, you know, the trick with these is you got to kind of turn them as you move them forward. Okay. Got that little tip from Tank Talks channel. However, I had also discovered that right around the same time, but it seems to be that's the consensus. You got to turn these as you operate them. It'd probably be nice to have something like a piece of rubber or something you could put over that to just kind of help a little bit still, because it's tough, especially if you got, I mean, I lubricate it with a lot of silicone grease as well. That seems to help those as well. So, all right, we're going to put this down for a second. We'll put my ears on. Although this is not as loud as the Intrubuster Gen 2, it still is pretty loud, especially in this echo chamber where I shoot in this little hallway in the basement here. So let's see if I can save my ears a little bit, blow out my eardrums. All right. That should help. All right, so we got a mag of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the 8-gram joules, which are supposed to be, actually did pretty much measured out to be 685. So it should work good in this 686 barrel. And we got our chrony set up to feet per second. I'm just going to call out some numbers, and yeah, we'll see what we get with 1100 psi. All right. Shot 1, mag 1. Or mag 1, shot 1. 476.7 feet per second. That's pretty nice, not bad. Everything looks good here. All right. Mag 1, shot 2. 483.8 feet per second. Mag 1, shot 3. 477.4 feet per second. Shot 4. Woo! They're ping-ponging. 481.8 feet per second. And shot 5. 481.8 feet per second. And should be the last one, shot 6. 485.1. Pretty consistent numbers. I gotta say, those look good. No problem with the mag dropping. So that's a plus on 1100 psi HPA, and the mags aren't dropping out of it. So far so good. Again, deleting that O-ring on the tip of the bolt has helped, at least with the HPA, the high pressure HPA. Now the verdict's still out. It's, you know, it's still out as far as the heated CO2. I don't know. The heated CO2 probably, you know, still has some problems. And I also had one of the extended bags giving me problems locking in. So I'm gonna have to resort to reinstalling the factory bottom. All right, so that was a good mag, first mag. Let's move on to mag number 2 of the 8-gram joules. Actually, let's see what we got for air, because this thing could be an air hog. All right, what we got? And it's saying just a little under 2,000, so hopefully we'll be able to get another 6 rounds of the 8-gram, and I'm hoping that I can get the 10 grams too, the 9.9. So, all right, here we go. Mag 2. All right, this one here is already giving me a problem. Yeah. this magazine. I think this is the one that I had trouble with earlier today off camera, and it had the extended 2-round extended on here, and it was giving me problems, and I thought it was just that modification that was giving me the problem. So I ended up indeed it is the same one. So I may not be able to load 6 in here. It might be, oh, I know, I also got the longer spring. I didn't put the factory spring back in it, so I'm probably only going to be able to fit 5. I had 6 forced in there, but it might be, oh, might be causing me a feeding problem. My balls are going everywhere. All right, let's just do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and see if it sits in there all right. If not, I might have to switch to the other mag. So, but let's see. We'll see if it'll take 5. Yeah, see, there's definitely something wrong with this magazine. Hey. It's like it's not locking in. It's hanging up on me too. All right. There's no rounds in there. There's nothing in there. All right. Something is not right with this. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to scratch that. We're not going to shoot the second magazine of the 8 gram. I have 10 gram or 9.9 gram loaded up in the other extended mag that I quote unquote haven't had a problem with yet, knock on wood, I guess. So we're going to this one here, so far I haven't had any trouble with it. So I got 8 rounds in here of the Air Tactical 10 gram joules, which measure out to be about 9.9 grams. So we're just going to move to the heavy stuff. All right, so that one went in, no problem. Feels pretty good. All right, here we go. Mag 2, 10 gram AR joules, which weigh out to 9.9. Mag 2, shot 1. 433.4 feet per second. Mag 2, shot 2. 421.6 feet per second. Shot 3. 423.7 feet per second. Shot 4. 424.1 feet per second. Shot 5. 434.9 feet per second. And the last, actually not the last one, but shot 6. There should be 8 in here. Shot 6. 422.5. Shot 7. 425.3. And this should be the last one, shot 8. 429.6 feet per second. And indeed, that is the last one. All right. Got just about 1,000 PSI left. Really kind of tough to show you guys this on the camera here because of where that gauge ended up falling. I think it's about 1,000 PSI. So we were dipping low. We were in the territory that was less than 1,100 PSI anyway. So, all right, let's degas and get that thing out of my ear so I can hear what's going on here. All right, let's degas. Nice. All right, so everything ran really good. So I'm going to have the numbers in this video, and we'll see what the feet per second see what the joules of power came out to using this new barrel with this Reaper suppressor. And you know, we shot a good variety of ammo. We got some 8-gram joules that were pretty much bore matched to this 686 barrel. And then we also had some 684 10-gram joules, and we'll have some little comparisons between the two, which one kind of had the higher joules. So they'll be in the video. Anyways, thank you for watching. Peace out.